Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today, with all the mess in here, I'm still cleaning, and the water's dripping here. Today is 4/17 of 2025. It's 56 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius. It's Thursday. I am doing my Hidcote Hidcote Lavender. I don't know if I said that right, but this is it. It grows in USDA zones 4 to 8. The height grows about 20 inches to 50 centimeters and also as wide. It likes full sun and it cannot tolerate humidity. It needs a well-draining soil. So, oh yes, before I start, I had a challenge to grow a nopal cactus. And there's no way I can get seeds. Well, I don't know. I just went to the supermarket, Pete's. I got one. They're healed over. They sit in the cold. But the way they put it in a bag, it folded this way. So I'll see what happens. But I buried it about that deep. I just put a little bit of sand here because I put a couple of drops of water in there. Even though I don't water during the wintertime. But just for now. And then I put some sand under to dry it out a little more. Because I didn't do a lot, just a little bit, but I want to see if this thing's going to grow. If not, I'll try another one. But that was my challenge. So we'll see what it does. Because the people eat those leaves. Believe it or not. Now, in here is our plant. So, and I got it at Ted's greenhouse. So if you want to go out there, that's the name. Now it's got a weed in here that I do not remember the name of it. I know Nigel Saunders doesn't like it. But I think it looks cool. I mean, it might make a good accent plant. I don't know. I'm going to pull out some of these other clovers, but this one I really don't know what it is. And according to my information on planting this, it likes it to be like even with the soil, nothing below. So I got the garbage can there. So I don't know, Nigel, if I should plant these weeds or not, but let me pull them out. And I'll just stick them here for now. Maybe I can put it in a dish, one of them, and see how they look. Because I know they're supposed to overtake the plants, but exactly what they are, I don't know. I know you out there. I knew what it was before, but I completely forgot. And my information, I can't find it for some reason. I'm just taking it out for now. Who knows? We'll see what it does. But this is the plant. This is the tree. You can see how nice it looks. But before I do anything, I'm going to take my ironwood tools, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. Click and open. I'm just going to snip off these pieces here. I got a branch that's dead over here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me put it there so you can see what I'm cutting here. We got one coming up here. Take that out. We want to open up the center, so I'm going to cut this one right here. And yes, I found Mr. Spoon. He was right where I left him. So I guess I'm blind in one eye and can't see out of the other for some reason yesterday. Now, they says that these need a good pruning for the springtime so they can grow, and they like a nice, well-balanced fertilizer for spring. Now, I'm going to use Dr. Earth because I do not know if I have to do my research on these, because I know on some plants they do not need beneficial bacteria and some do. So I think I can take this one that's going crooked out of the center there, and I'm going to cut it right there. Let me get that off the floor. The old back is killing me today. I'm doing a lot of work. There we go. Lavender smells good. We're going to be using Ted's mix. I'll have to get a little container to let these float in. I had one around here someplace. Well, for now, once I get the video over with, I'll look for it and I'll put it in there. But what we'll do, I'm going to take, if you don't have a root rake by Matt, you can always use a chopstick. So right now, today I'll use a chopstick, so you know. And Matt, you know, this back end came in handy to get that soil into the nopal cactus because they're so full of thorns. I had to get in there just to press the soil in so I wouldn't get my fingers stuck. Even if I have gloves on, you never know. So why take a chance? So right now I'm just pushing this out. And this is a pot that I had, I forgot what I put in there. It was a succulent, but it didn't take the cuttings. I don't know, because I probably did it in the dead of winter. I know what the plant's name is, but I can't think of it. And you can see that this is all grown in Ted's mix. Tom, nobody can see what you're doing with that up in the air. And there you can see it's got the lavender rock in there. Not lavender rock, good Lord. Lava rock. Come on, Tom, get your thinking cap on. Long day. I get up at 5 o'clock every morning, and I'm on a go. But the lava rock is in there, so it's got a good draining soil. So I'm going to refresh it with Ted's. Now, on the bottom of this pot, remember there was a hole in the bottom, and I'm going to have to put some kind of feed on there later, but I put unmilled sphagnum moss instead of screen in there. And when the roots grow into the moss, that should help the roots out. Because roots, the unmilled sphagnum moss has some good root growing properties. And that's Kevin out there crying. I don't know why. He's fed. I took him outside for a while. I think he's just bored today. So this is still good soil, so I'm going to put this on the side. Into my other container here. Is all this soil, what I do is I put into my containers, replenish them after especially the ones I grew potatoes in. So it'll help to refresh it. So we're just gonna knock out some of these roots. I'm not gonna do it all, because it's, you know, even though the temperature's 56 or Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius, the wind is still cold out there. So this will go in the greenhouse where the top plastic has all the holes, you know, where it's joined together, all them little holes. Well, they're covered with some kind of plastic, but they all fell apart during the winter. So even though the sides are pretty good, the wind can't blow at it this way, but all the hot air can escape, so that's good. So I don't have to keep opening it up and closing it and all that other stuff. Okay, so now we got that there. Put that there. Put the soil on the side. Put them over here. Her over there because she flowers. That's a female. Okay, now, yes, I found Mr. Spoon. He was on the table right where I had him. So I'll take our little cup here and put some soil in. And it benefits from a little sand too, they said. So I'll put, later on I'll get some sand because, oh no, I still have some left, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of Dr. Earth and put it in there and mix it in because it likes a good spring feeding. You know, a light fertilizer because it's a small pot. And then when I get done with this, it's raining outside, but then it stops, so now it's cloudy. So I might just put it out in the greenhouse today because it will get full sun. And the greenhouse will not be humid because all the heat goes straight up out through the top with all those little holes in there, so I ain't worried about that. Ain't. The English teachers are really going to go after me. Tom, it's not ain't. I know, but that's all I know. Let me cut this little stick out of here. There we go. Leave it in there to rot. We got that in there. Let's see how our little tree is here. We can go up a little bit more. Mr. Spoon, don't go hiding on me. Just like that. You can see how wobbly it is, so I'm going to really have to put something there to stabilize it. Maybe glue something or put a couple of rocks and glue them on there. I don't know. I have to think. Or get something so it can sit on like a cup, but a plastic one. I have to think. So let's put this in like this. First, let me press it in, because that goes deeper than what it should be. I don't want it to go too deep. I want it to be up a little higher. I'm just going to put it in. Don't worry about a front, because you can turn this pot any old which way. What time? Oh, it's 2 minutes to 7 p.m. in the evening, so Mr. Clock's going to be dinging away there a little bit. So let's see if we can get this centered. Get it a little bit straight. Like that. I think Scott from Let's Do Bonsai would have one of these out in England, because that's where these plants are prevalent. Can't even say the word. That's where they usually grow. They grow in the Mediterranean, but I know England's noted for their beautiful lavenders. I know Ryan from Hidcote Bonsai might know of this also. So guys, if you're watching, let me know if you ever grew one. Because I grew lavender before all the other ones that are supposed to be super hardy. But in the basement, they don't overwinter well. For some reason, they don't overwinter well. So I might put this in a, put it in one of them, come on down, the microclimate. So let me get my chopstick. Let's just work it in. Just like that. Use your fingers to get the soil in, because now you can see how deep it goes. Time you make a better door than a window. There we go. You can see how deep my fingers go into the pot. So we got that situated. We know where the top is at. And the mulch I'm going to use is sand, because I got the sand there. I thought I ran out. I'm still looking for a pot for this, because you can see there's 3 more flower buds that opened up on it. I don't know if you can see it. There's like 1, 2, 3, so they're all going to break open. Ah, Mr. Clock says it's 7 o'clock time. Let's get moving here. Okay, Mr. Clock, I hear you. So we got this even here. Let's get Mr. Elephant out there. Mr. Elephant says hello to all the little kitties out there. There we go. So cover that up. And then we'll get our sand. Let's put our tree here. I didn't need no lipstick for the cuts on here. There we go, right there. I gotta fill this up with some more sand later. I'll swipe off Mr. Spoon. And you know, today's Thursday night, and you know what's Thursday? Book night. Grab a good book and take a half hour, 15 minutes, hour, anything you want. Read a book and sit back and relax a little bit. Let your mind rest from all the electronics that you work with, especially the old TV set. How would they say those are one-eye loafers. When you sit in front of that, you loaf. You don't do nothing. Just sit and watch. And then you become stagnated. You're just sitting there. So you gotta relax your mind. It's good to watch a good show or a good movie. I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, once in a while, read a book. Get your mind to think. Get your mind to use its imagination. There we go. There's our little tree in there. A little bit above the lip. And it likes full sun. So let me give it a good watering. And then outside, it should hold up pretty good. You can see how fast the water drained in there. So that's good. So the sand should keep it nice and warm and reflect the sun into the leaves. So let's see what happens. Time will tell if I did a good job on it. And if I repotted it at the right time, because it says repotting in spring. So, but who knows? They didn't say the Windy City. So, there's our little lavender. We'll see what happens. It says it has some nice lavenders there. So don't be afraid to go out there and check it out. So you take care, everybody. Have a good day. Rest of the evening. I got to relax my back. I just cleaned another fish tank. Did some work outside. So, kill all the fungus gnats there. So from me to you, have a great evening. Cup of tea and a good book. And relax your brain for a good half hour. At least a half hour. Let it relax and think. Good night, everybody.